Oh, greetings. Got 4 people here already. I'm gonna wait a little bit before I get started on the topic. I want to recap today a little bit first. Um, and put some things up. So my anti-fan club seems to think that I'm like almost over the edge. I'm just plugging along. I got an order of protection against anti-harassment order. Stay away. He's got to stay 250 feet away from me. This James Parisio character. The Winstead police are looking at my complaint. No telling what the Tucson police is doing. It's the assault complaint's been assigned to neighborhood crime. I have no idea. I didn't go to the police headquarters today. Yes. Are you just gonna breathe?
You didn't play like a fiddle, Tommy.
Yeah, right. You people cannot get to me. There's no way. Not too many character references. I'm too well known what's real about me. And none of the shit that you're trying to tell people is real is believable to anybody but other sociopaths. And that's the way it is. And eventually this is all going to catch up to the leaders of it. And they're going to do prison time because I'm not the only victim. And numerous people have come forward to me. So let me just get started on what I wanted to talk about, which is why Zionism is not Judaism. And I guess the best thing for me to do is just start reading the shit that's going on right now at at Twitter. Yes.
I'm so fucking horny.
Good for you. Stop taking calls on the that are blocked from blocked numbers if it's just going to be idiots calling. Who's calling and what do you want? Turn the volume down. Hello, I'm listening.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can hear you. douche tarts, douche canoes. I'm not taking any block number calls. Fuck you. I'm not taking any calls from restricted line. Sorry. No assholes tonight. So anyway, the statement that I find myself repeating over and over and over again to supporters of Israel's terrible behavior. I don't even like to call it Israel. It's the Zionist project. Zionism is not Judaism, it's National Socialism for gullible Jews and Christians. The Zionist project in occupied Palestine violates tradition, and the daily doings of the Zionists are a gross insult to Torah law. There's nothing Jewish about it. There never was. Jews, who mostly were secular, it's nationalism, and that's European. That's totally European settler colonialism. I could, if anybody wants to hear them, there's numerous Torah passages that state very clearly that what they're doing is forbidden. Seriously, don't even bother trying to call on a restricted line. I'm just going to reject the calls. Now, I learned something new. That Theodor Herzl and his pamphlet Der Judenstaat, published in 1897, followed in 1898 by the First Zionist Congress, was considered the father of Zionism. But somebody posted about somebody named Asher Zvi Hirsch Ginsburg, who was born about the same time, in 1856 in Kiev. And he's credited with being the founder of cultural Zionism. His secular vision of a Jewish spiritual center, with his secular vision of a Jewish spiritual center in Israel, he confronted Theodor Herzl. And unlike Herzl, the founder of political Zionism, Ha'am strived for a Jewish state and not merely a state of Jews. That Ha'am was trying to make it Jewish. But he also recognized that what they were doing was not quite right. But I haven't studied enough of his works yet. He was an essayist. Oh, well, now we have somebody calling from an unblocked number. Go ahead, caller.
Charlie Washington calling. I have a lot of child support.
Now, that is a doctored audio. And that one deserves a call to the cops. We'll save it for in the morning. I'll save that one for in the morning. Seems there's a audio that they put together. Fred Herbert, die in a fire, sir. Go the fuck away and stay the fuck away. There's apparently a doctored audio running around of me expressing something about owning contraband that I don't own. If anybody receives it, I would appreciate you sending it to me immediately. To return to the topic. Okay. Seriously, don't even bother trying to call me from a blocked number. I won't pick it up. So anyway, here's somebody calling himself Jewish identity. Zionism is not an integral part of Judaism. Zionists should not try to educate Jews as to what Judaism is. Zionism is antithetical to Jewish values and Jewish theology. Jews have survived for all these thousands of years because we haven't been defending flags. We're citizens of the earth. We're living as righteously as we can among people who are not Jews, doing the best we can to not do things to them that we wouldn't want done to us. That's the whole of being Jewish. I mean, there's a lot of ritual and ceremony that the Orthodox maintain, and even into the Reforms, people, you know, my generation decided we were too assimilated and brought a lot of it back. There's nothing that authorizes the murder and land theft that's being carried out there.
War 1 began. Britain promised Zionists
Let me just put this
for a Jewish national home in
video
Palestine.
into the chat for anybody who'd like to watch. Yeah, well, Fred left. And anybody who's like wanting to troll anybody else is gonna just disappear from my viewer. I got no time, no zero tolerance for any trolling. Fuck it. Fuck it. I empower them when I acknowledge their existence and engage them. But just, you know, you should never argue with fools. They're gonna beat you with experience. People watching aren't gonna know which one is the fool. What I'd like to do is get down to Nico Pella. Gave a talk recently about how it was going to change. It's going to just dissolve. You know, they're not going to be destroyed. It's going to fall apart from inside.
that the racist, supremacist Zionists are just going to be starved out. Real Jews are stepping up to the plate and declaring that there needs to be equality for all in a free Palestine. That the nation-state law of the Zionist project is as racist as it comes, and there's nothing Jewish about the law or the state is trying to define. So let me get down to let me try to find that thing from Miko Pellet, and I'll play that. Now this is what is coming. Yeah, you're gonna play another felony for us. I'm listening. I'm listening. Goodbye. So anyway, war only benefits the people manufacturing the weapons and the people who convince stupid people to commit mass murder against each other. So imagine throwing a war and everybody started singing and dancing instead. The prophets speak about the last day. And to that, Isaiah said, the word that Isaiah, the son of Amos, saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem, and it shall come to pass in the end of days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established as the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow into it. And many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up on the mountain of the Lord, to the house of Jacob, of God of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. He shall judge between the nations, and shall decide for many peoples. They shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war any more. That's what's coming. And if you're on the side of anybody fighting, I really strongly recommend that you go read Leviticus 19, Leviticus 20. Oh boy, here's a white nationalist. Go ahead. These fucking losers. MAGA, make America, what is it? Manipulating America's gullible assholes. So let me find that thing by Nico. Joe Biden's family wants him to run for president. Will it be? Clown cars filling up fast. Someone responded to Trump's announcement that he's arriving in Vietnam, And this guy says, once again, the United States inflicts Agent Orange on the Vietnamese people. James, if you want to talk about anything besides Israel, I'm not interested right now. And maybe when I'm done. Oh, I didn't want to answer that. I don't have any children. None of my kids can dox. I have no children. Give me a break. Oh, here's a little bit of obscure history. Rabbi Moritz Steinschneider, subversive Jewish writer, invented the term anti-Semitic in 1860, long before the birth of Woody Allen, the Jewry director and actor. The term is used to silence those who dare oppose Jewish crimes. It's mostly been used by Jews. It's something the Jews have sold, and there's nothing to be Semitic about the European Jews. And what they're doing in Palestine is against the Semitic people. So who's the anti-Semites? And Cardinal Pell in Australia seems they've been keeping that one quiet for a long time. Yeah, whoever the fuck you are in Pomona, you're going to jail. You're in possession of something that's really seriously illegal. Facebook banned Tommy Robinson. Here it is. Nico Pellet. Yeah, Pomona, just give it up. You're done. You're getting reported to police in the morning. There's no video of it. Nico Peled. Seriously, Pomona, don't even try. Nico Peled, an Israeli for justice in the Holy Land. He's considered to be one of the clearest voices calling for support of BDS, boycott, divestment, and sanctions against the Zionist regime, and for the creation of a single democracy with equal rights on all of historic Palestine. I don't know how he feels about it, but I want to see Jordan included in this. That all four governments need to be dissolved and reunified into a single republic. I mean, let Israel stay Israel. Let Jordan stay Jordan. Let Gaza stay Gaza. Let them fight over whether to call it Judea and Samaria or something else. But there needs to be a single secular state that has equality for everybody. There's just it will never conform to Hebrew or it'll never conform to Hebrew law if they don't. This is what our rabbis. Go ahead.
Central Gutierrez, you think those sexy Officer Behar, and it should make them upward.
Fucking psychopaths. Let me see if I can find it where he said it. No. Yeah, there's no. Well, here's an interesting question. The IDF calls itself the most moral army in the world. You served in the IDF. How credible is its claim? It is a lie. There is no such thing as a moral army. And the IDF has been engaged in ethnic cleansing, genocide, and enforcing an apartheid regime for 7 decades. In fact, the IDF is one of the best equipped, best trained, best financed, best fed terrorist forces in the world, matched only by the United States. They're better fed, better trained, better equipped, better financed. Well, we're financing the Israelis. Even though they have generals in nice uniforms and the most advanced weapons. I'm going to stop taking calls altogether if it's just a bunch of insane people. Yeah. Yeah, right. You're going to just be eating shit for all that. Yeah, they've doctored. They've done some real serious editing. If you see anything of me admitting to being any of the things that they say I am, please send me the video. When I finish what I set out to talk about, I'll start taking calls from these assholes. Since obviously that's what they want to do tonight is troll me. And I'll put up with it for, we'll see what they have to say, which is just going to be the same old bullshit. And then I'll sign off. I'm not taking calls right now. Don't even bother to call. They're no more than, these people are no, even though they have generals in nice uniforms and the most advanced weapons, they are no more than armed gangs of thugs, and its main purpose is to terrorize and kill Palestinians. Its officers and soldiers execute with enthusiasm policies of brutality and ruthlessness which are cruelly inflicted on Palestinians' everyday life. And this is something that, you know, I've watched a lot of film of World War II, the German treatment of the Jews, and the Germans never looked like they were having fun, ever, that I can recall. I'm not taking calls right now. Here's an interesting question, too. Some people say that the Israeli public is largely unaware of the horrors of the occupation and shielded from the truth. If true, is it beginning to change? Not taking calls right now. Israelis are fully aware of the atrocities and they approve. Israelis vote, and they vote in high numbers. And for 7 decades, they keep voting for people who send them and their children to commit these atrocities. The atrocities are committed not by foreign mercenaries, but by Israeli boys and girls who are, for the most part, serving proudly. The only thing that changed is the discourse. In the past, there was a facade of a civilized discourse within Israel, and today that no longer exists. Saying that Israel must kill more and more Palestinians is a perfectly acceptable statement today. In the past, people were somewhat embarrassed to admit they thought that way. Here's an important piece of history Nico touched on. This week was the 70th anniversary of the murder of Swedish diplomat Count Folke Bernadotte by a Zionist hit squad while serving as UN Security Council mediator in the Arab-Israeli conflict. Everyone is keeping strangely quiet about this, even the Swedes. This was one, is Miko's answer. This was one in a series of many political assassinations perpetrated by Zionist terror gangs in which no one was held accountable. The first was in 1924 when they assassinated Yaakov Dehan, who was like a Mizrahi activist. And then in 1933, they assassinated Chaim Arlazarov. 1946 massacre at the King David Hotel was, of course, politically motivated and caused close to 100 deaths, most of them innocent people who happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time. Then in September 1948, the assassination in Jerusalem of UN intermediary and member of the Swedish royal family, Pope Bernadotte, who apparently came with plans to end the violence in Palestine, plans that the Zionists established did not find it acceptable. Bernadotte is buried in a humble family grave in Stockholm. There are no memorial services planned that I know of, or any mention of this anniversary by any official Swedish organization. My grandfather was Israel's first ambassador to Sweden. This was shortly after the assassination. He did a fine job making sure that the Swedish government would keep the issue quiet. There were many, many more assassinations and massacres. The attack on the USS Liberty comes to mind, as well as the part played by the brutality of the Zionist apparatus that sees killing as a legitimate tool for accomplishing its political goals. Little is known or recalled about these brutal killings. Countless Palestinian leaders, writers, poets, etc., were assassinated by Israel. I don't know where he said it. I can't find it. I'm just giving a talk tonight. I have no children. And there was nothing wrong with what I did 36 years ago either. They're just twisting it all out of proportion with what really happened. It's all a bunch of sociopaths, white nationalists mainly, alt-right, young, dumb, full of cum incels, hate themselves and project it out at everybody else, making America great again. No. I have no issue with anybody unless they bring their issues to me. There's an issue with juggalos at rainbow gatherings that I'm not really deeply informed on the subject, but there's been a lot of beatings at gatherings, a lot of theft, a lot of funky ass drugs being given to people without their knowledge, all sorts of shit going on. And it's not just juggalos. It's tour-head kids who were, just out scamming on the tourists that jumped on the Rainbow Road. I suppose, unless somebody has a question about the Middle East, I suppose the floor is open to whatever y'all want to talk about. And it looks like I'm on my own tonight with no wrenches around. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on the chatter. I'm just going to hide people that I don't want to see. So James, could you please give me some links to that stuff, especially if somebody's posing as a child of mine? I don't have any children. The mugshots, if you go and look up what the mugshots are for, they're all like inconsequential things. I got taken into custody when I was demanding to be taken to the emergency room for a medical issue. One time, the one that I'm really looking bad in, I was nearly dead.
And others were just like for goofy shit, like at Occupy Austin was one of them. So what have we got here? We have a caller. Yes, and what would you like to talk about?
What's up, man?
That's the direction away from the center of the rotating object along the axis of rotation. Please turn the volume down on your computer.
I'm drinking, smoke weed, smoke coke, I do whatever.
Bye. Kenny got hacked and his accounts were taken over by Kiwis. Today, they're not going to get anywhere near Rachella. I want to see some. I want to see some screen caps, please. Anybody calling themselves Rachella saying shit that I don't like isn't really the Rachella I know. Oh my goodness. This dumbass motherfucker called me from a landline. A couple of days ago, what? I haven't seen him for a couple of days, I don't think. This dumbass motherfucker is playing a doctored video of me, or doctored audio from probably his mother's landline. All what emails got leaked? Nobody hacked my mail. They make shit up. Let me see what got leaked. Neither. I'm more of a jazz head. R&B, jazz, punk. That's where my head's at. I want to see what you're talking about. Because there was there's a fake Tommy Tutor at YouTube. Anybody here who is really sympathetic to me, would you please go to this channel and report it? Well, he's got some new subscribers. He's got like 7 subscribers since I saw it last. I don't believe a word you said until I see some images. Picture, it didn't happen, man. Anybody who's really here for my best interest, please report that channel as an imposter, as somebody impersonating a celebrity. Oh man, the judge just didn't even ask me. I filled out the form. He goes like, "There's enough here to sign the order. 250 feet. He's got to stay away." Thank you, Torn. While we're at it, yeah, I'll bet you enjoyed that. Lots of fun. While you're at it, let's be reporting this one for terrorism.
for terrorizing. You know, these guys are, and just report all the ripoffs of me. You know, there's a lot of films about me. The one in particular that needs reporting as inciting terrorism, inciting violence, is the one where I'm allegedly admitting to all these things. But please report this channel too. Okay, well, I'll answer the phone now. So my day was not real eventful. I like them that way. I'll have the number in the morning. And it's a landline. So I'm not in any big hurry to bother the cops. I'll go visit them in the morning. And you know what? You just took a strike. I suspect you're baiting me. You need to produce some proof of what you alleged in the next few minutes, or you're going to disappear. I have no children, and I probably going to need to. Right at the moment, I need to focus on building the real things and building El Paso's website. I do about 10 to 15 cigarettes and however much weed, you know, maybe half as much weed. This is weed. It's too much, and I'm gonna have a talk with my doctor about on Tuesday about possibly getting me some hypnosis or something, because nothing I've tried works. Nothing gets me to the willing myself, even when my throat is hurting from it. I still go for it. You're not emailing an account viewed by 25,000 people. What are you talking about? What account? Are you telling me that there's somebody that's got an account with 25,000 people that's talking about me? Gosh. Is it like Kiwi Farms, 25,000 people? I do a lot of things to lessen the effect of the smoking on my lungs. I don't inhale very deeply, if I inhale at all. And I don't smoke a whole cigarette all at once either. Go ahead. I can't understand what you're saying. You need to turn your TV down. But anyway, back to you, Israel. And what proof do you have of that? Because that's a federal offense. And I have other emails. If you send me something, yeah, well, I got nothing to say to anybody like that. Goodbye. If you send me something, I have other email accounts they don't know about.
Did you really confess to saying that you turned off the child porn earlier?
No, I didn't. That's something else somebody created. I don't confess to any of these things. I'm declaring that these people are like twisting my words or clipping my words and then repasting them together to fit their lie about me. So like, I'm not even going to use the words because they take the words and they clip it and they make a new audio out of it. So fuck that. I'm not. None of it. All of it's bullshit. Every last bit of it. And in a libel trial, the burden of proof is on you. Okay? That's where that's at. I have several email accounts they don't know about, but I doubt that my email has been hacked. So, as I was saying, there's a lot of things I do to keep the damage from smoking down. This is one of them. This also keeps my mental health together in the face of idiots. Give me the link to this wiki, would you please? Like, how much is Zenforo? Oh yeah, they have serious shit going on. Thomas Butler, a DOD employee. Thomas Madera, a DOD contractor. Patrick Kelly, a Marine Corps trained IT specialist. I don't know what Tor is. $70 per license, and then how much per month? $160 a month? No. I'll be lucky to be able to talk Mario into kicking down $30 or $40 to host something. Yeah, I've heard of it. I just never gone there. It's not the Tor. I don't trust anything downloading to me at all. I do things on the web, but I've been all over the place. So 160 is for the license, and then hosting is separate. I really, like I said, I have a higher priority. I need to put together a website for El Paso and Real Things to sell our stuff from first. And I doubt if I can come up with more than 20 or $30 a month out of my pocket. And Mario, it'd be hard. Well, what do I need to do to access this this site? Yeah, it's Google doesn't get that at all. How do I get there? I really don't want to use the name Wasserberg too much. Prefer to stick to my. That's nice to know. Is Tory illegal? What froze my browser? Just pointing at it. Fuck. Oh, maybe my. Yeah. Hopefully that's what happened. The mouse battery ran out. Yeah, that's what happened. Battery cube. No. No, it froze the browser. Nice. Nice. Frozen. I'm going to probably have to shut down from my, I think my keyboard's frozen. Nope, I got keyboard. Yeah, I got keyboard. Mouse is dead. Fuck. Well, I'm not sure. I don't even remember how to switch between tabs. I haven't used the keyboard commands in so fucking long. I got no mouse. Son of a bitch. I might have to shut down and reboot. No.